It is. How's it going, everyone? It's me, Hasu, and I'm playing Sylas into Ahri in the mid lane. You guys seem to really like the video I just posted where I played Sylas into, I can't even remember what I was playing him into, but I was running Electrocute, and I did extremely well. So Electrocute got buffed, and I used to run Electrocute on Sylas pretty much all the time, but ever since the changes to him that made him more of a bruiser rather than an AP sort of assassin, I started building tank gear on him. I started running just simply Conqueror with Resolve secondary, and that was pretty much the rune setup. But now I'm running Electrocute. I'll probably leave the runes down in the description, but it's a pretty common setup at this point. A little bit unlucky I get hit by the charm right there, but this matchup in particular is a matchup where it might be a little bit difficult to get Electrocute procs consistently in the few early levels, like let's say level 1 to level 4. But once you start getting those trades, you can literally just like one-shot Ahri into rotations, even as level 5 or level 6. So this is a really good matchup for Sylas in the later stages of the game. Even like mid-game through late game, I think that's when the matchup really peaks in your favor. But early game, you really can't do much to pressure Ahri. She's a champion that plays very safe. She's got a lot of range. Her trade patterns are kind of difficult for you to kind of come out ahead. And so you just have to sustain and scale up. That's pretty much all that she wrote on that. But yeah, so you could theoretically run something like Doran's Shield, but Doran's Shield's not as good, in my opinion, because you want to have some ability as I get every minion right there under turret. I mean, don't tell me that wasn't impressive. Doran's Shield does not give you AP, and I think that the AP that Doran's Ring gives you, it's extremely important for CSing and trading. And I don't think the matchup is that difficult to where you need to run Doran's Shield. I did block that on purpose to kind of tilt her a bit. Make sure she doesn't get the minion. We're pretty even in CS, despite the matchup not being as favorable for us in the few early levels, so I would say we're doing quite okay. We go in for a trade. At this point, since I know the wave is pushing into her, I know that she cannot really retaliate if I... Like, the thing about that trade that was so smart is that I hit both the minions and her, so I make sure that there is no way for her to retaliate on me, because she's gonna have to deal with the wave. Chains of Paycheck in this bush. Almost gets killed for it. If I had a little bit more mana, 10 more mana, maybe there's something there, but I think she leveled up as well, so realistically nothing was gonna happen, but getting her flash blown like that, it's kind of massive for me. What that means is that before she gets level 6, so like right here, I need to get really good trades. If I manage to get her to drop below 50% on one trade, then on the next one I can kill. And you'll understand those angles the more you play the champion. You'll understand what the lethal ranges are on your trades. But I think I would say I got like 1 or 2 more ways to try this on before she gets level 6. So that's what we're looking for next. Ahri places on a ward on Kindred's blue buff, or maybe on the entrance, so I just think that both of those could be warded. And here I'm trying to look for a trade, land the E, land the entire combo, and you can see she drops to 30% HP from the entire combo thanks to Electrocute. And if I land it one more time, remember she does not have flash, she's just gone. Just like that. It looked kind of effortless, I'm not gonna lie to you, but sometimes that's all it takes. Ahri was a bit greedy, and this is something that players do a lot more in higher elos, and is that they ego a bit, right? Ahri could have just walked around the lane, not entered the lane through the bush, just simply kind of walk the trail that leads directly to the turret, the one that's near the raptors, her raptors. She could have just went that way and she could have been safe, but She didn't do that. She egoed. She tried to dodge it. She couldn't dodge it. I predicted where she was going to move, not once but twice. And at the end of the day, she just got outplayed. And you can't really be getting outtraded in outsmarted in a matchup like this, because now Sylas ahead. There's nothing that Ahri can do to get back into it. Because the thing that's so oppressive about Sylas, and honestly, like, I kind of enjoy the Conqueror setup more, but we're gonna talk about that later. I was pinging like crazy to these Jax to just back off, but guy just wouldn't listen to me, so I decided to, you know what, I'm gonna help him out. I decided to focus on Sinzao. That mini ulti that I did from Ahri was to dodge the charm, and she ends up dying. Really good. You can see the damage, by the way. Like, that guy got absolutely one shot. Again, I know she has no flash, so I flash immediately. Ulti again. And then we just get the kill once more. Unfortunately, the ulti had run out already, so don't have it for this anymore, but W auto does the job. And we get 3 kills. Just like that. Very free. To be honest, I think that there was some miscommunication there from Sinzao and Ahri, because Sinzao wanted to go in, but Ahri was already running away. So if Sinzao just realizes, oh wait, there's nothing we can do here, let me just run, then I don't think that play extends to what ended up happening, which is all 3 of them died. And this is really bad, obviously, for them. Really good for me. I complete Proto Build. I would say that Proto Build's still the favorite item over something like Lich Main, mainly because you still want to be a bit tanky on Sylas. I think that just his play style is that of an assassin champion, but you kind of don't want to get one shot right away, which is why I tend to run whenever I go. Oh my god. At this point, I'm kind of feeling myself, right? So I'm just egoing on her a bit with the E's. If I land on another E, she's just dead. And there she is. She's just dead again. Just, I don't know. Just egoing on this guy. I'm literally egoing on this guy. Have you seen how many times, like how hard I punished her missing flash? I punished her missing flash like crazy. This guy died like 3 times for not having flash. Obviously, there was more to it than that, right? She was mispositioning and whatnot, but like, guy was under her turret, and I just dove him anyway. And you can afford to do that if you know that the enemy jungler is not there, which I knew. What I was gonna say was, the build tends to go something like Proto Build into Seeker's Arm Guard, so you don't complete Sonia's, you buy the Seeker's Arm Guard first. And then if you use it, then you start building towards Sonia's. If you don't use it, then you get a needlessly large rod. If you have enough gold at some point to get another one, then you buy another one, and then you transition into getting Ravadons. But if that doesn't happen, then you get the Sonia's, right? So I think that just opening up with Seeker's Arm Guard is really good, because you are putting yourself in much more dangerous positions by going with this build, and you're not as tanky, because you're not building a lot of HP, right? The only thing you're building HP from is Proto Build, and that doesn't really make you tanky. I mean, it makes you tanky enough, but it's not like the Bruiser setup. Find this guy, immediately go in. Like, at this point, I know that they just can't kill me, so it's on site. As soon as I see them, I just go in. End up blowing his ultimate. That's really, really good. Jax ends up dying in the top lane. Matchup has been really competitive after, because Jax is just constantly fighting Fiora. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm lagging in this game. I just go in. I don't know what I was hoping with that ulti. I mean, I do get Ahri's ulti, which is big. She should have her flash now up though. And that Q, you see the lag? I'm lagging pretty hard. My FPS are dropping. And I don't really mention this much, because I think it's pretty obvious or self-explanatory, but I don't have a really good setup. Like, my internet sometimes is just bad, my computer is terrible. I can only play at a decent enough frame rate for like 2 to 3 games at max in any given day. After that, it's just completely unplayable. So you could say that I'm a bit nerfed in the in the tech department. But anyhow, 5 kills, doing extremely well. I was trying to dodge that one. I wasn't trying to tank that, but you can see lagging quite hard. Does not stop me from winning this matchup though. And there is not a lot more to comment, to be honest, just yet. I'm just waiting for my TP to be up so that I can use it to get back into the lane. All of the lanes are winning, so we're just kind of waiting for objectives to spawn and do them while maintaining some sort of pressure. Deploying the top lane, again, a lot of action up there. Fiora does not get the kill, which is pretty sad for her. Really good for us. The support ended up roaming top lane, which means that Corki's all alone in bot lane. So I wanted to save my TP, just in case I might need it for bot lane, but I just thought, you know what, guys, I'm gonna ping them to back off and I'll TP back into the lane so I don't lose the minions. And that's exactly what I did. Sylas ends up forfeiting his life in the top lane. And this game it honestly feels really doomed. Feels like they have no real answers for anything. Because the mid lane matchup, I outscale inside of the matchup. Like, Ahri's a good champion, but I feel like Sylas just outscales her inside of the matchup because of how useful her ulti is on me. And then Jax, if he's ahead, he's a real nightmare to deal with. Fiora can't really catch up on her own that easily. And here we see Ahri just kind of posturing. I go in, make her burn her ulti. I landed the full combo. She drops to 45% HP or so. And here I'm thinking, should I just go in? Should I really just try to kill her? But she ends up using the last charge of her ulti. And I'm like, Ahri ult is very useful. So whenever you steal it, you don't want to use it right away unless, of course, it's worth it. But in my case, I'm just like looking to use it for big fights such as this one. Here my computer is lagging like absolute crazy. I flash because I'm thinking, oh, I can kill them all here. And I was about to be really tilted, but thankfully I end up getting the kill. I get the ulti, so I get the reset. I get another kill. And I get the reset after that one too. I ult W and I tank the turret until my teammates finish him off. 7-0-1 is the scoreline. 5-17 the global scoreline. And we're just doing extremely well. 18 now in our favor since Fiora ends up falling in the top lane. Bot lane turret is destroyed. Top lane second like the tier 2 turret is also getting destroyed. The game is pretty much doomed at this point. It's pretty much doomed. But one thing I'd like to mention here is something I already kind of mentioned, and is the Seeker's Arm Guard purchase. And the reason I do it is because I'm someone that, when I'm playing an assassin champion especially, and I know Sylas isn't necessarily an assassin, but we're playing him like an assassin, aren't we? So when I'm playing a champion that is supposed to work or function as an assassin, I think that survivability is very important, because if you go in and you get one shot, then what's the point, right? Seeker's Arm Guard allows you to do that, but they end up surrendering. I did the Sonies in front of them. Hope you guys liked it. Hope it was entertaining and you learned a thing or two. See you guys in the next one. Love you.